It's heartbreaking. People don't understand that coronavirus alone is enough to kill you. Sometimes patients have other things going on, but most of the time it's just coronavirus.
Powerful testimony from a Cleveland Clinic doctor calling into the Howard Stern Show. And good evening. I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Sarah Shookman. The doctor you just heard from was the first at the clinic to intubate a COVID patient. Now it's happening daily. And after speaking out on the Howard Stern Show, he talked to 3 News. Laura Caso shares his story tonight and what's happening in our ICUs.
I'm trying not to cry right now because if I think about what I see every day, most people could not handle it.
It's the voice of Cleveland Clinic Dr. Cody Turner and a familiar voice, Howard Stern.
Thank you for what you're doing. You're a tremendous human being.
Dr. Turner said he had a rare moment to relax Monday when his mom, a nurse, suggested he call into the show and tell them what it's really like in the hospitals. So he did. He got through and he let the world know just how bad the ICUs are in Ohio. Today, he's sharing it with 3 News.
Some people look at it and they say, well, you know, people die from the flu every year, and that's true, but not to this level. And this is the healthcare crisis of a generation. We haven't seen anything like this since the 1918 influenza pandemic. And the difference now is we have modern healthcare.
Dr. Turner was the first Cleveland Clinic doctor to intubate a coronavirus patient.
When we put her on the ventilator, right before we gave her medications to make her comfortable, to put the breathing tube in, to make her sleepy so that she wouldn't have to remember the tube going in, she looked at me and 3 separate times said to me, "I am not ready to die. Please don't let me die." That, unfortunately, at this point, 9 months into this, that's not a unique story anymore. That's something that we encounter almost every day.
He says anyone can get sick from coronavirus. And yes, just coronavirus, nothing else. His youngest patient, 21. He went into cardiac arrest from COVID-19.
So many people still believe that this is a hoax, that this is politically motivated. And the truth of the matter is I don't get to look away, right? Every day when I go to work, I know that I'm going to see multiple patients. I'm probably going to have to put multiple patients on ventilators. When I put those patients on ventilators, I'm at risk every single time. I'm at risk of contracting the very virus that I'm treating patients for. I could get sick. I could also die from this.
And his job is far from over. Right now in Ohio, he says we are on track to continue to get worse every day until at least mid-January.
Right now, the point we're at right now, which is already critical, probably we're not going to see things be as good again as they are right now for 2, maybe 3 months. And that is terrifying.
The doctor says for most people, they look at numbers and daily cases and they forget each one is a person. He treats those people and he comforts their families. And I want you to know, going back to the first woman intubated at the Cleveland Clinic, she did survive. Dr. Turner says it was an extremely emotional moment for him.
Well, that is good to hear, but it is terrifying when he talks about the realities of this and what he's seeing every day. We're so glad you talked to him. Thanks, Laura.
Sure.
Here are the latest coronavirus numbers in Ohio. We've had 10,094 cases in the past 24 hours, and our test positivity rate has jumped to 18.5%. In perspective, a month ago, it was 12.2%.